Hi, this is Lauren Hines with CraftSomeJoy. I'd like to share with you a really fun and easy way to keep track of all the punches that you have in your craft room. If you're like me, you may have been collecting these for a while, and you may have a lot of different manufacturers and a lot of different styles of punches. I have mine in a lot of different places and different drawers, just kind of where the type of punches they are and where they fit in my craft room. So I don't always have them out to take a look at. So I created a way of keeping a visual reminder of exactly what I have in my craft room, and that gives me a really easy way to see what I can use when I'm making my scrapbooks or different craft projects. So I want to just go through really quickly how I put my inventory binder together. This is the Wilson Jones binder. This is one of my favorites. You can see it. It's also what I used in my how I organized my planner stickers. It is also stocked with baseball card sleeves. I went ahead and purchased the pack of 100 of these from Amazon, the Ultra Pro series. They're pretty reasonable, and I love having them on hand because I use baseball card sleeves to organize a lot of different things in my craft room. So what I decided to do for my punch inventory binder is to start with kind of the largest ideas and then work down to smaller. So the largest category is the manufacturer, and I decided to color code those so that I know exactly which punch is with which manufacturer, because a lot of times punches are made differently. Like this is a Martha Stewart punch. It's pretty big and bulky, and I store these in a certain place in my craft room. This is an EK punch, and it's much skinnier, and I store that in a different place in my craft room, but they punch very similarly. And so I really just needed a visual reminder of what I have. So anyhow, I did color code those, and then I decided, okay, now I need to know how I use my punches. And this is what I came up with for my general punch categories. I have 7 different categories. The first is a large or a deep edge punch. That's in my first tab. The second are my smaller edge punches, border makers, shape makers, place and punches, mini punches, and decorative punches. And then in the back of my binder, I have a reference sheets and my own personal wish list. Okay, so that is my general punch category. You can create your own categories that suit your needs, and then create each tab in your notebook to organize your punches. So then you can kind of see as I flip through my book how I have these. You know, pink is Martha Stewart, so these are all my deep edge Martha Stewart punches. And you can just flip through. It's a good way to use your punch around the page punches too, because you can just punch the corner and then you know you have the whole set. Blue is my Creative Memories punches. I love what they've been doing with their punches lately. And if you ever want to buy any of the Creative Memories punches, you can find me on creativememories.com under Lauren Hines as your advisor. So you can shop 24/7 for any of the current Creative Memories products there. These are the green EK Success punches. And then the next is my smaller edge punches. So you can see these are the ones that punch a little smaller design. And I always just punch one time on the card, so I have a really good idea of exactly what the repeat will be and how big that punch is. Again, you can do this with the punch around the page. Pink is Martha Stewart. Green is EK Success and Stampin' Up. Some of those might look familiar. The next tab is one of my favorites, and that's the Border Maker tab. And this you can easily see all the different Border Maker cartridges that you have all in one place. Now, in order to put a sample for the Border Maker cartridge, you don't need to get your whole system out. All you need is this little guy with the lever, and then you just get your cards and pop them in here and go ahead and do a punch right like that, and then you can slip that just right into an empty space where you have it in your notebook. I should mention right now that these cards, you do need to punch a stack of these according to whatever colors you want in your notebook, and the size that I made these cards are 3.5 by 2.5, and that fits really perfectly in the baseball card sleeves. So just go ahead and take a few minutes out and punch a stack of these cards so that you have them on hand when you're ready to organize your binder and keep up your inventory. Okay, so then yellow are our Memories for Life Border Maker cartridges. Marvy has a few that fit the Border Maker system. And then I move on to shape makers, and these are all the different shapes. And you can see you can punch the positive and the negative image of the shapes and keep those in your binder. The next tab is the place and punch. Those are the ones you can punch anywhere on your page, and you can keep a sample of those in your book. I have a few of those. The mini punches, remember some of these oldies from Creative Memories? Wow, it's fun to get these out. And it's always good to just punch something and remember that you've punched it and you have it on hand, and it's a good way to remember it just by using it. At least get it out and use it and go, oh yeah, I remember that star. So fun to use that punch. Okay, the last tab is the reference and my wish list. You can do a Google image search, or you can find the Creative Memories issue pages and go ahead and take a screenshot and then just print those out and stick them in your binder so that you have a reference of which cartridges were actually available. A lot of these have been discontinued, so if you ever find them and you want to get them, you can add to your collection. You'll know what the names of them are. And also, this is a great place to keep your own wish list of items that you'd like to add to your craft room. Okay, so that is my punch inventory binder. It's so fun to take out and look at and flip through. I also want to share just one more tidbit, and that is that you can put all your punches on a ring. I did start this way with my Border Maker cartridges, but then I realized I did want to include all the punches that I have stored in my craft room, so I went ahead and moved over to the binder so that I could include even the large punches and everything, large, small, everything fits. So that is my punch inventory binder. I hope you enjoyed this video and you want to give this a try. Leave me a message if you have any questions, or if you do try it. I'd love to hear what you think about it and if this was helpful for you. Till next time, I hope you find some time to craft some joy.